Every morning, before the noise of the world rushes in, there is a quiet moment we can choose to give to God. Putting Him first is not about a single dramatic decision, but about small, faithful choices repeated daily. This is a journey many of us long to take, but struggle to sustain. Today, let's walk through simple, practical ways to keep God at the center of everyday life. The first step is waking up with intention. Before checking a phone or starting the day's tasks, many find peace in pausing to breathe and acknowledge God's presence. This small pause sets a tone of gratitude rather than urgency. It reminds us that our time and energy belong first to Him. Prayer is the heartbeat of putting God first. It doesn't need to be long or formal, just honest and consistent. Speaking to God as you would a trusted friend, sharing your hopes, fears, and gratitude, builds a relationship that deepens over time. Even a few minutes each morning can transform the rhythm of your day. Reading Scripture, even a single verse, can anchor our thoughts before the day's demands take over. It's not about how much we read, but how deeply we let it settle into our hearts. Choosing a few quiet minutes with a sacred text helps shape our perspective before the world does. This simple habit keeps our focus rooted in something greater than ourselves. As the day begins, it's easy to get swept into tasks, emails, and responsibilities. Yet even amid busyness, we can pause for brief moments of gratitude or silent prayer. These small breaks act like spiritual checkpoints, gently reminding us who we are living for. They keep our hearts aligned even when our hands are busy. Putting God first also means guarding our thoughts throughout the day. When frustration or worry creeps in, we can choose to pause and redirect our minds toward faith and trust. This isn't always easy, but with practice, it becomes a natural rhythm. Each redirected thought is a quiet act of devotion. Gratitude is one of the simplest ways to keep God present in our minds. Instead of waiting for evening prayers, we can whisper thanks throughout the day for a warm meal, a kind word, or a beautiful sky. This constant awareness turns ordinary moments into acts of worship. It shifts our focus from what's lacking to what's already given. Even our work can become an offering when we do it with a spirit of service and integrity. Whether it's a job, a chore, or caring for family, doing it wholeheartedly honors God. This mindset transforms mundane tasks into meaningful moments. It reminds us that faith isn't confined to church walls. It lives in how we treat others and approach our responsibilities. Throughout the day, it helps to create small reminders of faith, a verse on a sticky note, a cross on the wall, or a quiet playlist of worship music. These visual and audible cues gently draw our hearts back to God amid distractions. They act as anchors, keeping us grounded no matter how hectic life becomes. When challenges arise, and they will, putting God first means turning to Him before turning to worry. Instead of carrying burdens alone, we can pause and surrender them in prayer. This act of trust doesn't erase difficulty, but it brings peace in the midst of it. Choosing faith over fear again and again becomes a daily discipline. Community also plays a vital role in keeping God at the center of our lives. Sharing faith with others through conversation, prayer groups, or simply encouraging one another strengthens our resolve. We are not meant to walk this journey alone. Fellowship reminds us that our faith is both personal and shared. As evening approaches, it's valuable to pause and reflect on the day, what we're thankful for, where we fell short, and how we can grow. This nightly reflection isn't about guilt, but about renewal. It closes the day with humility and opens tomorrow with hope. Ending the day in gratitude keeps our hearts soft and receptive to God's guidance. Before sleep, many find comfort in a simple prayer of thanks and release, letting go of the day's worries and placing trust in God's care through the night. This final act of surrender brings peace and closure. It reminds us that even in rest, our lives remain in His hands. Putting God first isn't about perfection, it's about consistency and heart. Some days we'll feel closer to Him than others, and that's all right. What matters is returning again and again, choosing Him in the small moments as much as the big ones. Each day becomes a fresh opportunity to realign our hearts. Over time, these small daily choices, prayer, gratitude, reflection, and trust, Build a life centered on faith rather than distraction. It's a gentle transformation, not a sudden leap. Each habit strengthens our connection to God, making His presence felt not just on Sundays, but in every ordinary moment. It's also important to remember that putting God first doesn't mean neglecting responsibilities. It means inviting Him into them. Whether raising a family, working a job, or caring for others, we can do all things with a spirit of devotion. Faith isn't separate from daily life. It's meant to flow through it. Even in moments of rest and joy, we can keep God present through music, nature walks, or quiet appreciation of beauty. Faith doesn't require solemnity at every turn. It can be woven into laughter and rest as much as prayer and reflection. This balance keeps our spirit light and connected. As we practice these small acts daily, a beautiful shift begins to happen. We start to notice God's presence not just in prayer, but in every corner of life. His guidance becomes woven into how we speak, decide, and love others. This awareness deepens our peace and purpose. In the end, putting God first is less about grand gestures and more about the quiet devotion we bring to each moment. It's found in a whispered prayer before breakfast, a pause of gratitude at midday, and a peaceful surrender each night. These small acts, repeated with love, become the foundation of a life truly centered on faith. So today, take a moment to pause, breathe, give thanks, and invite God into whatever lies ahead. Let this simple rhythm of faith guide you, not as a rule, but as a relationship renewed each day. And may that quiet, steady devotion light your path, one moment at a time.